Hi, everyone. My name is Matt Haynes. I'm an audiobook narrator, and this is my series of self-improvement paths. I like to start each week with a certain mantra or a certain practice repeated throughout the week that I find could make my moving forward in my work and in my life a little bit easier and a little bit more fun. I'll give examples, and they will be related to my work as a narrator and as a teacher of narration. But I think you can apply these paths to just about anything that you want to improve in. And if you find that it doesn't work, let me know in the comments. This week is the Trail of Plenty Good. So what do I mean by that? Well, I find that, or I've found that recently, because I can be a very anxious person, that a lot of my energy is spent towards slapping away obstacles. And also not just slapping away obstacles, but prevention from scarcity, prevention from insecurity. Now, we're taught frequently as actors, I've got quite a bit of theater experience. We're taught as actors that actually what the character is pursuing is much more actable than what the character is trying to get away from. So, what would it be like if I were constantly thinking, okay, there are precedents for a positive experience here, and I open up to not only a positive experience based on those previous ones, but also open up to a whole new kind. So that's two positives that I could be pursuing in the trail of plenty good. The reason why I say plenty good as opposed to abundance, lots of good, perfect good, is because it's often a setup for disappointment to think all or nothing. So if it's not all, it must be nothing. No, not true. There is also plenty, plenty, plenty. Good enough, because plenty good is plenty good. You can't really argue with it. So, from narration's point of view, I do get a little bit of stage fright before I dive into a new project. So last night I was thinking as I was diving into a new book, okay, there are plenty of times in the past when I have just unified with the text and it hasn't felt like work at all. There's been no strain, no frustration, and I just go with it and I am literally just playing. I get to go on an adventure. It's effortless. I love my job. There's plenty more opportunities and bits and pieces of the evening that could have that. And there's plenty of new, delightful discoveries as to ways that can be enjoyable as well. And I don't know what they are, but I open up to them. So last night, it really did work. I spent 1 minute meditating on this, and I had a wonderful time with my reading. And I also had a discovery that sometimes I narrate after a meal and my stomach growls. So, as happily. So, what I discovered is a good cover for stomach growling is, in fact, belly breathing. When I'm breathing, the microphone isn't picking up on my stomach. So, and my breaths aren't like, heaving or anything like that. They're not distracting. It's okay to breathe during a recording. So I found that not only was I fusing myself beautifully with the text, but also the mindfulness to breathe from the belly was slowing me down, calming me down, and making me make smarter decisions as I approached the text. Beautiful. Students, if you're feeling overwhelmed, what are plenty of past experiences where just a little leap of faith had you overcome something that you thought was insurmountable? There were plenty of people who were willing to help, perhaps. There was plenty of support out there. There was plenty of agency that you had. And now that can happen again. And there might be a new delightful discovery of how to problem solve as well with this process that you're entering now. So, Trail of the Plenty Good. That's what I'll be walking this week. And you try it too. Let me know what you think. Put that in the comments. Thank you for joining me. And I hope, as your narrator and your teacher of narration, that my voice and your ears meet again real soon.